C is the well-known John Templeton, Scottish farmer from Kilmarnock in Ayrshire. He's represented Scotland many times, both in brace and sink competitions. He won the Supreme Championship in 1972 with Cat, twice the International Brace Champion and 7 times the Scottish Brace Champion. He's running his dog Spot, who's 9 years and 4 months old, and he's by his own Ben, winner of the 1984 International Brace Championship with Roy, out of Stevenson Gill. And Spot sired both the dogs in brace competition at Chatsworth a couple of years ago. And I'll describe the course as the dog takes his outrun. It's all steeply uphill, getting steeper towards the end of the outrun. And we can see the dog is travelling fairly quickly, but it takes quite a time to get to the top of the field. It's a natural break of trees with some undergrowth below the trees there. The release pens for the sheep are behind those trees, and the shepherds walk them across the top of the hill. You can see silhouetted on the skyline one of the stewards at the top of the field. There are 2 stewards, and there's a post a little further along where we should see possibly the heads of the sheep. They were not brought down over the skyline at all by the stewards. We can see the post there just in the corner, but there must obviously be a flat area on the top of the hill. The sheep have stood quite well at the post. The scale of points is 20 for the outrun and 10 for the lift, as in most trials nowadays. There are of course 4 judges judging in a caravan between the 2 grandstands. And each judge has a total of 170 points. Now they come down to fetch gates. The sheep have to be brought through fetch gates, and the post we see, which is visible now, the sheep and dog, it states in the programme, have to be brought up to that white post before the dog can be given his look-back signal to gather from the left-hand side of the field another 10 sheep. There are 10 sheep in each gather. There's quite a dip in the field between the handler and where the dog is travelling now on his on his left-hand gather, and we can see the post at the top of the hill there, where the sheep should be. They're not quite on the post now. We can just see the heads bobbing on the skyline. And it does state that the sheep shall be 800 yards from the handler. Well, there seem to be 800 yards on the first gather, but this one certainly seems quite a bit further than the first place the sheep were found. Most dogs needed considerable whistle or voice commands to get them in the right line of the outrun, and many failed to achieve it. It's extremely steep there, the field. Fortunately, there's a fence across the top, so the dog's not going to go too wide, because most of the time he can't see the sheep at all as he's going out on that outrun. And now the sheep have moved just past the post. It's a long way down this hill now, with several shelves, as though they could be a track across the field. Several places they go out of sight. Down into a dip there. It was certainly more difficult on this left-hand side of the field to keep the sheep on a straight line from the lift, the fetch gates. Now Spot's got to go and regather his first pen of sheep, who've drifted away quite a bit. They're all black-faced sheep in very good order. And now, having brought the two groups together, he's got to do the standard course now on the left-hand drive away. And they're all reluctant a little bit to go down to the dip. It's quite steep here into this depression in the field, and I would guess that it's probably pretty wet down there because of the heavy land and the weather conditions that's been around this area for quite a few weeks. They've had a lot of rain. The sheep and dogs are momentary out of sight there. If there are places on this film where they're out of sight for longer periods, either dog or sheep or both, we will tell you just how long they were out of sight, so that you know the full length of the room and where, if anything, has been cut out. It'll only have been when nothing was visible. And there's the left-hand drive gates. There's 40 points on the driving available. Now run 20, lift 10, fetch 20, driving 40, into the shedding there are 20, and then 10 at the pen. And 30 minutes is allowed for the course. You can even see steam rising from the sheet there. The cross drive is clearly visible to spectators throughout.
I'll be polite.
That's no light, it's not even dead. You should be at the back, you're the right. Real steward that's not telling you.
Big belly time. Did it made of the place to take a little? Again, you'd been for it. Roll it down a bit.
And now into the shedding ring. As is the usual practice in the Supreme Championship, he's now got 20 sheep in the ring, in the shedding ring, 5 with red collars. 5 with red collars have to be held there, and the 15 uncollared sheep to be shed away before he can go to the pen.
Five. Yeah. Five.
we can see how difficult this shedding is of these black-faced sheep. They're sticking together like glue. John had a really good run round the field. Well, that was a shame. Time out for John Templeton.